Physics was hard. No one understood until a guy named Newton showed them that they could. Newton came up with 4 different laws that made people completely drop their jaws.
Newton's first law was about inertia. Couldn't help think of how that would work though. Every object that's at rest will stay at rest unless a force is involved like a pull or press. If that object is in motion, it will stay that way until a commotion. Newton's second law was about acceleration. For example, let's say you're at the train station. Notice how you are smaller than the train, which means the train needs more force to gain. Acceleration increases with the mass, which means you have less acceleration than the grass. Net force plays an important role. The more force you have, the larger the role that net force has as a participation because it's directly proportional to the acceleration.
Physics was hard. No one understood until a guy named Newton showed them that they could. Newton came up with 2 more laws that made people completely drop their jaws.
Let's say that you are leaning against the wall. The wall is actually pushing on you. If you recall that Newton's third law was about an interaction. It stated that every action has an equal reaction. Newton's other law was about gravitation. He discovered something called a relation. Newton found that the more mass an object contains, it gives it more gravity that the object obtains. The distance also affected the gravitational force, square and inverted, that was its course.
Physics was hard. No one understood until a guy named Newton showed them that they could. Newton came up with 4 different laws that made people completely drop their jaws.
Check your neighbor, gang.